If you don't understand the game, the chances of becoming a professional hockey player are a lot less than for a player that really knows what the game is all about. But the competition nowadays is so demanding, it's so close, that if you're not willing to put the work off ice, you're going to have some problems later on in your career. And our focus is that, we teach these things for kids that are 12, 13, 14. We know exactly, or we think we know exactly, what you're supposed to do at that age. And then gradually, we put the hours, more and more hours, and we kind of know the limits that they have. And we try to look at the player as an individual. What are his strengths and the weaknesses? And we try to kind of emphasize that put more work on your strength, because that's going to be your key to the success. But we can't forget the one thing, that conditioning, and if there's a weakness, that we have to put the work on that one as well. And that's why we encourage players to wear a heart rate monitor. So when we go on runs and when we do a cool run at the end of the practice, we want to find the perfect speed and the right speed for a player. So he's going to be having the recovery, his endurance is going to get better, and we can't do it without the right equipment, and that's what we're trying to do. I think the most important thing that for a hockey player that you have to follow is the recovery. The demand is huge. For a player that is 17 years old, 18 years old, they play with the national team and the club team. They play anywhere from 80 games to 100 games. And then you're supposed to go to school, and you're supposed to do some training. And then you should also have some time to become a grown man. It seems that we don't have time to wait. And for a lot of times, players and even the coaches, they don't pay attention on that. And we don't know, and we don't feel our body well enough to know exactly our levels, and that's where I find that the testing and using the right equipment makes a huge difference if you kind of do it in the right way. When they are 14, 15, it's a lot easier to change their habits, to teach them to do the things in the right way. At the age group, when we have, let's say, 06 born, we have about 35 to 50 kids. There's more to work with. When we go on 20-year-old, you only have the top guys, and sometimes it's even too late, in my opinion, to do it. And I don't know if it's more rewarding, but I think there's more benefit to do it that way. I feel that TPS and Turku gave me a lot and gave me an opportunity to become an NHL player, and now I'm trying to do the same thing for a younger generation and younger kids. We do things on the ice in the mornings, and then later that night you see those things on the ice at games, and they do things that you taught them. It feels good, and I know that these guys, they appreciate that, and hopefully that with our advice they become that much better players, and hopefully also a better person. It's not just scoring goals, but it's also being a humble, and that's also one thing that we're trying to do here in TPS.